Hey guys, it's Maddie and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and the first thing I want to do in this video is apologize for not uploading. I don't know how to uploading. I'm late uploading, that's what I'm trying to say. Basically I got really caught up in schoolwork and I completely blew over my head that I have a YouTube channel now. Today's video is going to be a little bit more on the creepy side, which I am very, very excited about because I started this channel to do creepy things like this, and I'm really, really, really excited if you can't tell. If you guys didn't know, Lorraine Warren just passed away, I think 2 days ago from the day that I am filming this video, and I was debating on whether or not to do this video this week or next week, because I have another video idea which you guys are gonna now see next week. But I wanted to do this video and kind of like a tribute to her, just like rest in peace, like final send-off-ish kind of thing, like me saying goodbye. So if you can't tell, the title of this video is going to be down below, obviously. It's going to be the truth about Annabelle. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get right into the video. Creepy background music now. Alright. So the first thing that I want to address in the actual content of this video is that the doll that you see that is Annabelle in the Conjuring movies and all those different movies is not what the real Annabelle doll in real life looks like. She actually looks like this. She is a Raggedy Ann doll. This particular Raggedy Ann doll was bought in 1970 for a woman named Donna by her mother for her 28th birthday. Her mom got it from a hobby store and obviously wasn't expecting anything of it. If I'm looking down a lot, my notes are down here. I have 10 pages of notes. So I'm going to try and go through this information as fast as I can so this video isn't too long for you guys. So, yeah. So like I said, it was bought in a hobby store and her mom wasn't really expecting anything of it. And back then in the 70s, Raggedy Ann dolls were really, really big. It didn't matter if you were 8 or if you were 28, you had a Raggedy Ann doll. So Donna was very excited to get this Raggedy Ann doll. Now, another thing that I want to say is Donna lived with her roommate named Angie. Now, Donna and Angie lived in an apartment, and they lived together, like I said, because they were roommates. Now, these hauntings started off extremely, extremely slow. If she would leave the doll on the bed, she'd come home and it would be in the floor. Not things that would instantly be oh, this doll's creepy, red flag, you know. But, it was definitely not that at all. Like I said, it would just fall over, different things like that. But it continued to get worse. The doll started to move from room to room. So the doll would be on Donna's bed, like I said earlier, which is where the doll was primarily kept. And when they'd come home, it would be on the couch. Now, I personally don't know if Donna or Angie had a dog that could have moved the doll. But the weird thing was, when the doll was in a different room, she would be leaning against her arm, or her legs would be crossed. Which are things if a dog moved it, the dog wouldn't have been able to cross the legs every single time oh, it's a coincidence. No, it wasn't. I love this. The next really, really creepy thing that started happening was they started finding notes, small little notes on parchment paper, which Donna and Angie did not have in their house, which is very, very creepy. So there was parchment paper in these little slips of parchment paper, like I've said 10 times now, because apparently I like the word parchment paper. These notes would say, help us, help me, or a key part to the story is help Lou. Now, Lou was a very, very close friend of Donna and Angie, and he had an off vibe about the doll day one. As soon as the doll came into the house, he was like, I don't like this doll is creepy, I have a bad vibe around it, and all these different things. He did not like Annabelle. Now, originally, Donna and Angie thought that this could have been somebody just playing a prank on them, breaking into the house, leaving little creepy notes just to scare them, because they were like not at that older age to where like they didn't play pranks on their friends. They originally thought that it was somebody breaking into the house and just playing pranks on them, trying to be creepy, like maybe a peeping Tom or something like that. But they didn't think that it had anything to do with the paranormal or anything like that. It wasn't until Donna found what appeared to be blood on the doll's hands when she came home one day, when she decided to call a medium. A medium, if you guys don't know what that is, they're basically like connected to the spirit realms and stuff like that, and they can talk to dead people and just figure out like what their deal is, like why are they here, and all these different things like that. Now, when this medium came, they sat at their kitchen table. Their kitchen table was round, and they were sitting around the table. The spirit of a little girl named Annabelle Higgins was who was coming through to the medium, which is where Annabelle gets her name. Donna did not originally name the doll Annabelle. I don't know the doll's real name, but after this point, they named it Annabelle because of the little girl's spirit that was coming through. Another thing that the doll told the medium was that she died at the age of 7 on the grounds or in the terrain that was around where they lived. Another thing that Annabelle told the medium was that she lived in the building that was there before the building that Donna and Angie lived in was built there. She lived in the building that was there before it. And like I said, she died on the grounds in the terrain at the age of 7, which is why her spirit was a little girl. She also said that she was not meaning any harm towards the girls, and that if she scared them, she was very, very sorry. And through this medium, Annabelle convinced Donna and Angie to let her stay. Lou was not, he did not like this at all, especially because they were able to speak to the spirit that was inside this doll. Because it being like a 7-year-old girl, she liked the doll, she took interest to it, and so that's why she chose the item she did to latch onto and be in their world through this doll. Now, Lou was the first one to have a demonic experience with Annabelle, and this is where Lou is done. Lou was actually sleeping over at the girl's house one night, and while he was asleep, he woke up and was experiencing an episode of sleep paralysis. Now, if you don't know what that is, sleep paralysis is where you mentally wake up, but your body is still asleep. So you're aware of your surroundings, and like you can see and you know what's happening to you, but you can't move your body and react to what's happening to you. So as he was experiencing this sleep paralysis, he looks at the foot of his bed and he sees Annabelle climbing and crawling towards him. He starts to feel suffocated, like there's something pushing down on his chest, and Annabelle actually ends up choking him. She chokes him to the point of him passing out. And that was the end of that story for Lou. But my opinion on this is I don't think Annabelle really liked Lou because he didn't like her, so why would she like him? The second demonic experience that they had was actually Lou and Angie. Donna was not home at the time, but they heard a loud crash coming from Donna's room, so they went to go and investigate, as most of us would, and they saw Annabelle laying in the middle of laying in the middle of the floor in a very strange position. Now, this is the first point where Lou finally says to Angie and Donna that he feels something demonic in the room and that he feels like it's around Annabelle. And at this point, when he says this, he feels a sharp pain in his chest. And when he looks down, he has scratch marks down his chest that are bleeding. This was a turning point for the girls, in which they decided to call a priest to come and help them out with this doll. This is where it got the attention of Ed and Lorraine Warren. I mentioned Lorraine earlier in this video. She just recently passed away. Ed and Lorraine Warren were kind of like spirit world icons at the time, and they collected all things haunted and evil and different things like that. Lorraine was actually a psychic, and if you don't know what a psychic is, I feel like I'm giving a lot of definitions, but you know, this is my first creepy video. So she was a psychic, and basically she's a step up from a medium. Like, she can see like the future and different things like that, but she can also like talk to the paranormal and see what's up with them, like, hey, what's up, hello. So Ed and Lorraine Warren bring a priest to perform an exorcism on the doll and the house that they were living in. After this had happened, the girls begged Ed and Lorraine Warren to take Annabelle with them because they were just done with Annabelle altogether, and I'm pretty sure so was Lou. So Ed and Lorraine Warren did in fact take Annabelle, and they put the doll on a specific chair in their house before she is locked up, or how she is now, as I'm sure most of you know. So they put her on a chair, like I said. Now, I kid you not when I say, like, sources have confirmed that this has happened. This doll would levitate right in front of their eyes off of this chair. Like, if I was I'm sitting in my chair right now, I would be like, my butt would be here. And they just watched this doll levitate and didn't freak them out, you know, because it's Ed and Lorraine Warren. Why would it? After this, they would leave the doll in a locked room, and they would come home. And like I said before, what would happen to Donna and Angie, the doll would be in a different room with its legs crossed. So finally they called another priest, and they put the doll in a box and blessed the box, and this is where Annabelle has been ever since. I will insert a picture here. People didn't believe Ed and Lorraine Warren when they told people how evil Annabelle was. Now, like I said, she was put in a box, and another reason Ed and Lorraine Warren were very, very popular, like I said earlier, they collected like all things haunted and evil. They actually had a museum in their house with all of these creepy things that they have collected over the years of their investigations. Now, people would come and taunt Annabelle and just like, oh, you're just a stupid doll, you can't do anything to me. And this would either end up in people getting seriously sick, they could die, like all these terrible things would happen to these people that would taunt Annabelle. One story in particular, a priest came and he started taunting Annabelle, like, oh, you're just a stupid doll, you can't do anything to me, you're in a box. And Ed actually kicked this priest out and said, you do not realize what you are messing with. And Lorraine, as he was leaving, said, make sure you drive safe and call me when you get home. Now, this priest left, and his brakes stopped working as he was driving home, and he was in a fatal car crash. He surprisingly and thankfully survived, but he was very, very, very close to dying. Out of all the haunted things that Ed and Lorraine Warren have, they say that Annabelle is the most, by far, haunted, evil spirit they have ever seen. Now, one last thing that I want to address in this video is the movies and different things like that. Now, I do want you guys to realize, and I'm sure you guys do, but I just want to make sure you do. The Annabelle movies and like The Conjuring and the different Annabelle movies that are out there are extremely fabricated for Hollywood, but there are certainly elements of things that are very, very real in there, like the levitating out of the chair, her being in a box, like all these things that happened to Ed and Lorraine Warren. These things did indeed happen. But like Annabelle's looks are definitely fabricated, like I said earlier. Like, here's Annabelle in the movie. So yeah, guys, that is basically the truth about Annabelle. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Also, one last thing before I go, please comment video ideas. I am sister struggling. James Charles. Okay. I have a few that I'm getting ready to do, but after that, I'm kind of lost for it, and I'm actually gonna try and set up a collab with one of my YouTuber friends. So we're gonna hope that happens really soon. I'm sure she will. Her name's Kennedy. She'll be linked in the description of the video that we do, and I'm really excited about it because I haven't asked her yet, and she's gonna see this video. So, hey, Kennedy, hit me up. Okay, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, make sure you like and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a super sister day.